Hello you guys from Jim Stone Living Wild. Check it out, we're out here in a wild place. I want to tell you guys and share with you a fun story if you love to fish. And I was about 15 years old, and I had this old guy who's about 80 years old. He took me under his wing, and we used to go fish all these fishing tournaments, and when nobody was catching them, we'd still be catching a few, all because of learning how to gather wild things from wild places, and this is one of them. So anyway, check this out, you guys. Pretty wild country, but I'm down on this little creek, and this stuff here that you're looking at is all watercress, and it's loaded with a little crustacean called a scud. And actually what they are is freshwater shrimp. And there was a whole bunch of geese that weren't happy with me for being here, but anyway, I booted them out of here. But anyway, if you come down into this watercress, and you can see how yucky it is this time of year, but if you just take a big handful of it, about like that, and then you're just gonna throw it up on the ground. And if you like fishing, this is gonna improve your fishing 100%. And if you're an ice fisherman, this is unbelievable. It's an endemic bait, and it's a natural bait, and the fish are used to feeding on it year round. And anyway, and then you're just gonna kind of start shuffling through this stuff, looking around. Oh, and there's one right there. You can just see it moving a little bit. You see that scud? See right there? And that is a freshwater shrimp. And I've got him. And check that guy out right there. It looks identical to a shrimp you buy in the store, except for they're wild. And if you come out here and catch them, it's one of the most wonderful fish baits you'll ever see, and the fish can't resist them. So I come out here and I catch these just like when I was a little kid, and learning from that Floyd, the fellow that took me under his wing and showed me all this wild stuff. And I think with me, a big part of these wild things is passing it on and sharing it with people and sharing it with the kids, and you know, passing on our heritage and passing on something that means a lot to us and that they're going to hold on to a lifetime. Floyd's been passed away now for about 25 years, but I still remember him showing me how to catch these freshwater shrimp, and they're pretty amazing. And if you like to fish, it's going to increase your fishing 100%. So let me dump him in with these other ones that we've got. I'll dump him right in there. And then if you guys can see down in there, see those little freshwater shrimp? And they're identical to a shrimp you catch in the ocean, except for their fresh water. And you could eat them. You'd want to boil them or cook them in a survival situation. But anyways, it's a wonderful thing to know. And there's a lot of your fly fishermen call them scuds, but they're actually freshwater shrimp. And in another video, I'll show you guys how to tie the fly to match these little shrimp. But it's pretty amazing that you can come out here and catch something that is going to fool the fish year round, not just in the summertime, but fish eat these scuds and freshwater shrimp all year round. Let me pour them in my hand, and we'll see if we can, well, maybe not. Hope you guys can see those. But anyway, those are freshwater shrimp and it's a wild thing in a wild place. And again, you just look for murky water. It's kind of a little silty, but it's all watercress, and you just take a big handful, just scoop down, don't get too much silt, and take it up and put it in your hand or put it on the shore, and then start looking through there, and you'll see them moving. I can't see any in this handful, but there sure was a lot of them in some of the other handfuls. But anyway, those are freshwater scuds or freshwater shrimp, guys, and they're an absolutely wonderful bait. If you want to catch some of the bigger fish and some of the fish that are not going to bite on an old worm or a spinner or something, you start catching something that's endemic to them, which endemic means natural, and this would be a natural bait to catch some of those great big fish. So anyway, this is Jim Stone Living Wild. I'm out here living it. I'm muddy and cold, but I'm catching some freshwater shrimp to go catch me a big fish for a wild dinner. Big smiles to all you guys. Have a nice day. All right, see you guys. Bye.